And good morning, everybody. It is Wonderful Wednesday with Zoilita Grant. Now, Zoilita, I had the pleasure of meeting you recently in Florida, and you have, you have so much information to gift us with, and I'm very excited that you will be coming to HypnoThoughts Live to present there. So please, Zoilita, take it away. Tell us about your presentation at HypnoThoughts Live.
Well, you know, Claudia, hypnosis has been a wonderful thing in my life. When I was 16 years old, I weighed 265 pounds. Today, I weigh 112. So that's quite a difference. And at that point, I lived with my grandmother in Berkeley, California. We went to the university library. We took out all the books on hypnosis, and I hypnotized myself to lose 150 pounds in a year. Totally changed my life. So my slogan for life became change your mind and change your life. And I went on and later on got a degree in marriage and family therapy, did that for 35 years. And then in 2010 or so, I realized that I no longer wanted to do therapy. What I really wanted to do was more coaching. So I took a lot of coaching training. I had been taking hypnosis training kind of like as a hobby all of my life. And I actually got certified in 3 different hypnosis schools because it was something that I was doing as lifetime learning rather than something I was doing for my profession because I was a very successful marriage and family therapist. But right around 2010, 12, in that time period, I realized that I wanted to move out of therapy and into a coaching model, which helps people to look forward in life rather than look back in life. And so I developed hypnotic coaching, my own particular style, based on the training that I took at the International Federation of Coaches and all of the hypnosis training I'd taken over the course of my life. And so this presentation that I'm bringing to HypnoThoughts Live is basically the idea that a hypnotist that wants to have more consistent income can switch into hypnotic coaching. And then you have clients that are more long-term, you work more in depth with them, and you're really not working with a single issue, you're working with transforming the life, transforming the career.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. So they can see themselves in the future as well, doing these things. And then with the right mindset, they are doing them.
They are.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love it. So thank you, Zoilita. And I believe you were there at HypnoThoughts right at the beginning, and then there's been a gap. So tell us more about that.
So I've known Scott Sandlin since the 1980s when he was very, very young, just coming into hypnosis. And we were together at the American Council of Hypnotist Examiners many years ago, just before HypnoThoughts Live began. And we were talking about directions that hypnosis could go into. And so he talked a little bit about his vision, and I attended the first HypnoThoughts Live, and I attended all the way up until COVID. And then at that point, you know, because I'm 80 years old, my children intervened and didn't let me go to HypnoThoughts Live. And this will be the first time I'm returning since COVID.
Wow. Well, I tell you, it was a pleasure meeting you in Florida, and I am definitely looking forward to being in your wisdom and your presence, because you do have a wonderful energy around you. And I invite anybody. I know it's Friday, isn't it, at 10 a.m. I've no idea which room, and I know sometimes they change. So it's
in the Gordon room.
Oh, well, there you go. You know.
Yes, the Gordon room, Friday, 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And what I want to do is I'm going to actually teach you something called the hypnotic coaching formula, which is a way that you and your client can work together to decide what it is that needs to happen for the client to actually achieve that goal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we all have dreams, but until we take that dream and we write that dream down, it doesn't become a goal. Once it's a goal, we can create steps to be able to achieve that goal. And if we follow those steps, then the goal becomes our life. And that's what I teach people to do.
Yeah.
To create actualization in your life.
Yeah. I absolutely love it. And it's great. And I invite anybody to go to this because it will probably change your life too, because you'll be doing this process with Zoilita. So absolutely fantastic. So, and that's what people love about going to HypnoThoughts and any other conference, is that actually they get to feel the change themselves, you know, and right at the beginning. So because you're on the Friday, they could even set the goal of what do they want to gain from the conference. So it's perfect.
And, you know, people come from all over to this conference, and it'll be a wonderful opportunity to really touch on the whole diversity of hypnosis, because the reality is that whenever the mind is involved, hypnosis can be an asset to being able to achieve whatever the individual wants to achieve.
I couldn't agree more. I always say we are the movies we play in our heads. Always play a good one. And that is what I always invite people to do. Step into the movie, move along the movie, look back at where you've come from, and embrace those gains.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what some people forget to do. You know, they go, oh, you know, they forget to look back at where they have come from and from what they have achieved. And when you do that, then you go, yeah, I'm on the right trajectory. I'm okay.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, no, I love it. I love it. So, Zoilita, I'm actually speaking on the Sunday. It is I've got a 2-hour presentation. It's at 10 a.m. and it's called 1-Star Review, The Ultimate Compliment.
Nice.
I know it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek one. So it is about the 1-star review that my ex-husband wrote me, and it was a compliment because actually he showed his true colors in his writings. And prior to that, people were going, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" And then they go, "Oh, okay." And I'm going, there you go. So it's all good. Anyway, I shall be sadly speaking on some narcissistic abuse within families, the family dynamic, which I'm sure as a marriage counsel therapist you will have come across.
Definitely. Definitely. And, you know, at this particular point in my life, I am so in the coaching model that I am, you know, passionate about this message, particularly for people in our profession. Because one of the things that I've noticed over the course of the years is a lot of people experience kind of feast and famine in their practices. And so they don't have as high a level of income as they would like to have. And so one of the things that I want to leave as a legacy to our profession is the idea that you know, deserve to make a 6-figure income, and that you can really do that working part-time using hypnotic coaching.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Absolutely. And so within that, I will be showcasing as well the bunny talk process again, which is another tool that people might like to add to the wonderful work they already do, because we know everything is already fantastic, but it's that thing that can cause the transformation. Like you say, you've got the coaching. It's just what else can you add that makes you stand out from everybody else?
Right.
So it's so that people go, oh, I want to work with them. Oh yeah, and then the whole family, because we know how it trickles.
Definitely.
So I'm 100% referral. So it's and that's the nicest way to be.
I really look forward to getting a chance to meet with you there at HypnoThoughts. And, you know, it looks like there's a lot of exciting activities that are planned, and it's going to be a great time.
There is. I invite anybody, if you haven't got your tickets, do get them. join us. Come and say hello to Zoilita and I. And I've got a vendor table. I've got a post-conference workshop as well on the Tuesday and Wednesday, training the bunny talk process. And we encourage you to come and learn and grow. And there is lots of fun. There's quite a few parties going on. So yeah, it'll be good. So
all right, you take care.
Thank you for being on here, Zoilita. And it's thank you for watching, everybody. It's goodbye from me, Claudia Rickard, and it's goodbye from Zoilita Grant. So take care, everybody. Bye. Bye.